Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mindy and today we are reacting to episode 2 of the first season of Dandadan. I am cautiously optimistic about this episode. The last episode triggered me very strongly, but I have been assured that that is the only episode with content like that in the season and in the manga in general. So I'm hoping that I enjoyed a lot more because I really liked the main characters. I thought they were a lot of fun and I thought they were really well written, so I wanted to give it another shot. So let's jump into it. I will be switching to reacting to the dub rather than the sub because I feel like it's easier that way. You don't have to see the screen to be able to know what's going on. Just a heads up. Yeah, he had the name of the guy she was into, Ken Takamura? I forget, but I remember her reaction to it. It was pretty great.
God, that's my real name, Ken Takakura.
Takakura. Turbo Granny is even weirder in the dub. Okay, good to know. I really like this girl's voice actress. I don't know who voices her, but I really like it. I like how deep it is because it suits how badass she presents herself. I really did enjoy the female character. She's just assigning him a new name. I get that she doesn't want him to have the same name as the other guy she's into because she thought she might be developing feelings. But really?
If you use that other name, I'll kill you.
It is that serious.
It's morning already.
Does she not realize all of the shit she's giving him to a lot of people comes off as flirting? Does she realize that? It's not, for some people it's not always flirting, but in this situation, that's how it comes off.
I mean, you look worse than Ghost.
He looks awful. And Netflix has me take it down, but I really like the opening for this show. I like how it switches it up a couple times throughout. It's one thing that I really liked about Link Click because I'm a huge Link Click fan, and their openings had really nice change ups like that.
Playground is super strict about boys in the house, so watch out. She almost killed my last boyfriend.
Huh? Wait, you're telling me now?
I wish she had. He probably would have deserved it.
Sorry, Okaroon. A barrier was up.
Her grandma does work with spirits. She would have protection spells. So, when I talked to my friend who recommended this to me about episode 1 and how it made me feel, he's like, well, the rest of the season is them trying to get his testicles back from Turbo Granny. And just in these few minutes, I feel like there's a metaphor that could be made about the fact that he currently has no balls, nor does he have a backbone. He's kind of a coward. And I feel like there's a very comedic metaphor to be made.
It's on my body.
I was wondering about the hair.
Stop it! It's not funny! Sure. It's ISA! The curse is back!
Margin, I'm changing! Jerk! Stay out and face the wall!
He kind of deserved that. Like, I get Turbo Granny was out, and Turbo Granny is seeming a little suspicious because this is like the second time she's popped up when uh, the main character, the main female character, is in a very compromising position. The last time was when she was laughing and you could see her basically fully naked thighs. But yeah, don't open a girl's room when she's changing unless you have permission.
I feel like not having a drunk anymore.
Huh? What? How do you think? Ah! Sorry, I didn't see anything.
I'm dressed now.
He's at least very respectful. I like him. He's funny. He doesn't have as much of a personality as she has yet, but I expect that to change.
Turbo Granny said you're cursed because she stole your thinking, right? So we should check and see if it's really there or not. No way, is it really gone? Does it look like Jody?
What are you, stupid?
I feel like Turbo Granny stealing his dick is just as much as an assault as what the aliens did to her, but for some reason it comes off more comedic than upsetting. I don't know if that's the way it's written or just because how the characters are reacting.
Showing you?
If nothing's there, what's the harm?
It's not about if anything's there or not, damn it!
Jeez, don't be such a drag.
No, this sucks! What am I supposed to do now, huh? Huh?
Don't get pissed at me, it's not my fault.
You're the one who dared me, so it kind of is!
Huh?
Does that make it his fault she was nearly assaulted? Or was assaulted but didn't get the full attack of the aliens? Because he dared her. Just saying.
I was minding my...
This is my chance. I always wanted to have a friend. And then you showed up. I thought, here's my chance.
I forgot about his little flashback about how he believed in aliens because he had no friends, and then the aliens turned out to be awful, horrible creatures, and he really liked the attention she showed him.
That's why I was so desperate to talk to you.
The only problem with you is that you think like that. You think you know about how people feel. And then you'll jump into...
I think I saw a preview for this a while back because I remember not liking the way that speech came. It's much better knowing the context, but the preview I saw made her sound like a damsel in distress, like, oh, you know me, so you're in danger because you're being used against me. And clearly that's not the context here. He's blaming himself for what happened because of the dare between them, but they were both involved. Yeah, I was being sarcastic and said she dared him, which means it's her fault, and he dared her, which means it's his fault. Neither of them are at fault for what happened. They were both curious, they were both trying to learn something, and it just ended up the worst way imaginable. Um, but I really like this speech between them because she's acknowledging the fact that no, you're not at fault. The only thing wrong with you is the way you're thinking, because he's painting her as a victim. He's not recognizing that she has agency of her own and she did whatever she wanted.
Friends, it's because you push everyone away. I won't ignore you because you tell me to. Who will I talk to about weird paranormal things?
That's a hell of a way to put it. You're my friend because you're the only one that understands the weird shit like I do. Sometimes that's all it takes. I'm glad I gave this another chance. I really like the dynamic between these two because she came off as such an asshole to him in episode 1, but she apologized. And she didn't just apologize, she made it clear that she was sorry and that she didn't want to hurt him. And that is a lot of times forgotten when a character is trying to make amends. They say sorry, but they don't prove they're sorry. And sometimes you gotta prove it. Don't ruin this for me.
Did you just call me? You think I like you calling out my faults? Could you be any more ghost? I don't even know what ghost means!
I am sorry for pausing so much, but these two are ridiculous.
Should I be up here with you? That might be your grandma's.
That's not her. I've never heard that doorbell before.
Why are we whispering?
Years ago, my grandma said the house had 2 doorbells.
I feel like we're in a really comedic horror movie.
One's for humans, the other's for evil spirits. Crap. I didn't put the talisman back. It'll only be off for a little bit.
I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's a ghost.
Holy crap, we gotta get off the Victoria gate. I'll put the talisman back.
Whoa, hold on. That would be a bad idea now.
What do you mean?
The gate's embedded in the wall. And if I can't...
How did it... It's aliens again, isn't it? That does explain the name. Oh, yep, aliens.
Get out, I'll be incinerated.
Damn it. If we don't do something, we're screwed. What the? Okay,
What the fuck?
now we're in trouble.
Is I safe? Help me.
What's wrong? Are you okay? Come on.
Looks like a really scary jester. I mean, yes, run. Run for your lives, as the doctor says. But I don't think that's going to help them here. sumo wrestler slash jester. That's the vibe I'm getting. What is the obsession with bananas?
What kind of evil spirit is that? Wait, Banana, do you have another one down there?
No, of course I don't. It's no spirit. It's an alien.
What?
There's no doubt about it. It's a flatwoods monster.
At least he's an alien encyclopedia.
They were first seen in America in a town called Flatwoods. Later they were seen here in Japan and Yamanashi. They're usually 3 meters tall, but this one's bigger.
Okay, if it's an alien, then
I'm gonna have to look up his voice actor. Okay, so his voice actor is in nothing I watch. He's in Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, but I am very behind in Bleach. I haven't made it to 1000 Year Blood War. Somewhere around episode 200, I think. Because I stopped watching it in junior high and then went back to it about a year or so ago. But One Piece took over my life. And she's Nezuko from Demon Slayer, but Nezuko's pretty much nonverbal, so I didn't recognize her voice, but they're both killing it. I really like them.
how come the other doorbell rang? It's only for evil spirits.
I read studies that said people who see psychic phenomena also see stuff like UFOs.
Makes sense. I did say in episode 1, how do you believe in ghosts but not aliens, and aliens but not ghosts?
Facts seem to point to ghosts and aliens having something in common.
And the aliens from yesterday sent him? Those stubborn jerks! If we don't figure out how to deal
Stubborn jerks is not the word I would use for them.
with him fast, that fog will kill us. There's no way I can use my power to fight that thing and keep a lid on your curse.
Her choice might be stop the alien and then get back to fighting his curse, but I don't know if he'll succumb to his curse in that time.
I'm concentrating.
I'll fight that thing. Let the curse take me.
That's awesome, but he did get one-shotted last episode, so...
Want to do what?
If it's an alien, I'm not scared of it. If you let the curse take my body over, but not my mind, I'll have the strength to fight.
It's a nice little bargain.
Holding your curse back ain't easy. I barely even know how to use my power.
She did only activate her powers last episode in the middle of a crisis, so I'm surprised she has such good control over them right now. We know she didn't practice as a kid because she didn't want her grandma being made fun of.
I know if my head's clear, I can control Turbo Granny.
I don't know if I can do it right.
Just try it.
He already has such faith in her, and I really like that. That was a really nice transformation sequence. It's a mix between Bleach and My Hero.
Yeah, I'm surging with power now. Feeling pretty gloomy though.
Whoa! You changed his personality.
My head's clear as hell, but yo, bum day AF.
Why are you talking like that? Stop it.
Yeah, sorry.
Did they really have to put the text talk in there? Bummed AF. But yeah, like I said, the appearance reminds me of a Hollow from Bleach and Midoriya's final costume that you see in the manga, and probably this next season in the anime. Um, I'm not sure where the anime is. I kind of left off at the end of season 4 and haven't picked it back up because I finished the manga. Um, yeah, this is fun. I like this.
Not the guy, you know.
Don't ever say that line again, you hear?
I don't know why I'm alive. I'd be better off dead, yo.
Stop talking like that! It's pissing me off!
Back in his...
Hey, dummy! Look out! It's attacking!
He sounds like a beach bum. A stoner from like the 90s, and it's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah! I totally got this! What's going on with you?
I know I said it's like My Hero, but I didn't expect the All Might vomiting blood. That's all I can think of because of that face. I'm thinking of All Might's grin, and he's vomiting blood. She's gonna have to save them again, isn't she?
You okay?
I can't do this. My body can't handle the curse's power. I feel like I'm gonna bust apart into a million pieces. Humans aren't made to move that fast. I mean,
He's not wrong.
Oh, if I did, we wouldn't be sitting here arguing about it! Maybe we can beat it by making its hand.
It took them this long. I noticed it looked like a sumo wrestler at the beginning of the fight. How did it take them this long?
honestly, you are a genius. I can
I wouldn't say that.
see you're trying.
You go for its legs. I'll use my power to pull it the other way and trip the bastard.
So bummed right now.
I need to get closer, so don't let it stop on me. You got that?
What a trap.
If that's gonna be his personality in every fight, it's gonna be so much fun. Cause like, he sounds like he doesn't even want to do it, and he sounds like he's upset, but he's having a lot of fun.
I'll hold the curse with my right.
So this anime is going to have its get up and go music. We know what One Piece's sound like when they're winning a fight. Fairy Tail has its own little charge music, so I guess this one's gonna have its charge music too.
Right up with my left. Take this, you Lorna! Sorry, Alone! Oh, right! His hand's melting!
She got him to touch the ground, which means he loses. This is a nice way to use the sumo style.
Exactly like we planned.
You're kidding!
Or not. What the fuck?
As I say, run! Crap! Crap is taking me over. I didn't change.
No. You're such a pain to deal with.
Momo's great.
Hey, sumo alien! Your hand hit the ground just now. You lost, you cheating scumbag!
As I say, hurry! Release the curse on.
I said in episode 1 that she was a badass, and I meant it. She's a complete badass, and I love her.
It totally cheated, and I can't let it get away.
Leave her alone!
Is that all you got?
Please, Miss ISA, you have to.
They showed the little spell down there, so I'm wondering if she's gonna activate that and light him on fire.
Let the curse take me again, please!
Okay, so it's a little predictable because they did show that little talisman down there. I said spell earlier, but the word's talisman. They showed it before they showed her, so that was a little predictable. But the art style and the flow of the scene was pretty awesome. Um, Either I watch enough shonen anime and read enough shonen mangas that I was able to see that coming, or it was just that predictable. I like that they went black and white for this. And yet they wound up in another uncomfortable position.
Safe now. You hear that? There, I thought we were goners.
The curse! The curse!
Jeez. Would you let me catch my breath? I swear you're so high maintenance.
I know, but I can't do anything about it.
They are so fun together.
Break.
Nah, it looks good like that.
Alright, so that was episode 2 of Dandadan. I had a lot of fun. I really liked it. It was definitely a lot better than episode 1. I really like the main characters. I liked them in episode 1. I like their dynamic and the way they interact with each other. And I like that his curse isn't just comic relief. It does have a purpose. It will help them win fights. Uh, and I like. I don't like that it was predictable at the end with the fight, but I don't expect every fight to be predictable. Uh, this was just their second fight, so they're still learning their powers. They're still learning what they can and can't do. So it's fine that it was a little predictable. I do look forward to the next episode. I think I'll be watching the dub from now on. I really like the voice actors. I'm not someone who cares whether an anime is subbed or dubbed. Dubbed is usually easier for me and my ADHD because I can look away from the screen without really missing much. But I know some people have a preference for sub. I don't care either way. I hope to see you guys at the next reaction, and this was a lot of fun.